From Goodyear Heights to podcast listeners everywhere.
Welcome back to Bearded and Crunchy, episode 17.
Man.
Sectioned off a segmented look. This one's a little different. We're
What
just
do
kind
you
of,
mean?
just kind of a random set of topics just to kind of give us conversation and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
eventually, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm probably going to have to drop constantly telling them what episode it is. Most people don't do that, but I don't know. It's just something that I
In
got
the
used
intro.
to doing, and I
Yeah.
just do it. So, but
I think it's cool. I
I don't mind saying it. I just figured, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing because then somebody could just randomly grab an episode
Right.
and be like, "Oh shit, they got this many. Let me go." So
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
And it might stick in their head. They'll be like, "Oh, I remember that. It was episode 17 because you said it in the beginning." You know. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I like it. I don't
Yeah.
think usually. do it.
Yeah. I'll keep doing it. I just,
Yeah.
Again, we keep
I
telling
enjoy
everybody to reach out with their comments and stuff, but I mean, some of our family does, but they do it behind closed
Yeah.
doors. But like, guys, again, for the 1,000th time, please find us on all socials, follow us, write your, what you like about the pod, what you don't like, follow us. We're on,
Right.
and I'm gonna announce it here, guys. If you want another place, I've put all of our videos, and I haven't told you this, so you're gonna know. All of our current videos that are live everywhere else are now live on Patreon, all the way
Oh.
up to episode 11.
Wow.
Spent a lot of time getting those
Yeah.
uploaded. The problem with Patreon is you have to leave that window open or it slows down extremely. Like to the point where like if my screen goes into screensaver mode for a half hour, it may upload 2 to 3%.
That's garbage.
It only takes like 10 minutes if I leave it open
Yeah.
and all that. So I can't really do much else while I'm doing it.
Right.
But yeah, so
You kind of leave it there. Make sure you touch the mouse
Yeah,
and
yeah.
play on your phone.
pretty much or watch something on my iPad.
Yeah.
But
That stinks.
so, this week I got a little heads up, but let's we talk about this. This is my second favorite part of the episode.
Yeah.
The question.
The weekly question. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Which you're going to add in there.
Yeah, that's all right. I love it. I love it when you do that because it gives me a challenge to try
Yeah.
to match it.
We like to laugh about it.
Yeah, of course.
And I literally came up with this last night because I texted you. I was like, shit,
You-
bro, I ain't done nothing for this episode
Dude,
all
neither
week.
one of us have.
We've been kind of
We've been
busy.
and then in our downtime, we've kind of took the time to. We hit it hard for about a month, man.
Yeah, it's
So-
been kind of nice to just kind of ease off
we
the
just
throttle a
kinda-
little bit.
Yeah, to
Because what you guys don't know is this won't come out until sometime in what, August?
mid to late August.
Yeah, and we're,
it's July 20 or no,
July 19th.
not July 19th.
So we're that far ahead, which kind of cool, but kind of can't talk. Like,
Yeah, we can't give
Current
away
events.
too much.
that's why we do the bull sessions.
Yeah.
Go listen to those. Those are amazing.
Yeah, that's when you really get the raw us. These again, we're not scripted. We're outlined.
Right, outlined, yeah.
We like when we do our main episodes. We just like to make sure we boom, hit, go,
Yeah.
and then be done with it. But the bull sessions are just that. It's us bullshitting, like
Yep.
we said. So, all right, Bob, give us that question.
And because I'm an old man, I got to bring my notebook closer to my face.
Oh, I gotta do this. You should see me trying to read instructions when I'm cooking.
Oh, that's horrible, right? Yeah. Time to break out the bifocals and shit.
I have some. And I still gotta look. These are the hidden ones.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Very nice. All right, here's your question. What music from the 80s or 90s do you still come back to, or what are some of your favorites, and or?
I mean, everybody's gonna go, well, I know what he's gonna say. And I'm not. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think what I go back to more than anything, if we're outside of my main question, the 80s
Yeah.
would probably be. I can give you a couple of songs more so than genres.
Yeah.
To Be With You by Mr. Big.
Okay. Good song. Good song.
Yeah, but I'm gonna guys clip this. My mom was a tennis player when she was a kid, and I was gonna play tennis a little bit when I was younger, so I had an actual tennis racket. And I memorized that song, all of the ad libs that he did, and I would sit in my room and sing to that because my mom and dad bought me the cassette tape.
Oh, nice.
And play the guitar on the
On the tennis
on
racket.
the tennis racket.
It's awesome.
To that song. I'm going to go there. For all you guys that don't like the LBGTQ, first of all, you can kiss a big fat ass. I loved Culture Club. I don't care. I like Boy George.
Boy George, yeah.
Karma Chameleon is, I don't
Yes,
care who
sir.
you are. That's a catchy song.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Oh, it's such a good song.
I like all that stuff.
I go back to that. A lot of Metallica gets a lot of play, a lot of 80s Metallica. There's
Yeah.
a little 90s too.
Yeah.
But that I go back to grunge a lot.
Okay, so early 90s.
Audio or Soundgarden, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, even though they were slightly heavier, I would still consider
Yeah,
them
but they were grunge. Yeah.
Stone Temple Pilots was one of my absolute
I like
favorites.
SD.
Core, Plush,
Mm-hmm.
and what was the third one? I think it had
Vaseline?
Yeah, Vaseline, Interstate Love Song on. I forget what
Yeah.
that was called. But Core, Plush, and that one, those were albums I listened to.
Yeah, it's a shame you OD'd.
Temple of the Dog. Obviously, we talked about them.
Supergroup.
The super group. Yeah, I was a big fan. Even though they weren't really grunge, that was a more laid. They were more of like a
Yeah.
Soul Asylum when they
Yeah,
kind of put
big
to
time.
that. I bet you never thought you'd hear me name that band.
Soul Asylum?
I love
No.
Soul Asylum. Runaway Train is one of my favorite songs
bro,
of all
such
time.
a good song.
And if guys go listen to it, I'll put it up on the screen. But Runaway Train, it's about kids that like are abused and tortured and stuff like that, and they want to run away. It's a sad song, but it's an amazing song. But what about you?
I'm a lot in the same vein in the 80s as you are. I like stuff like Mr. Big,
Yeah.
and I actually heard Sister Christian the other day.
Oh,
Was that Night Ranger? And I love that song.
It's a great song.
And I will go, like Culture Club and stuff like that. And I love Prince from that time.
I always forget to put Prince, but yes.
Yeah.
And we both forgot.
I got
I
you.
can't believe Michael Jackson.
Yeah, MJ. I like some MJ. I haven't always been the biggest fan. I like it. Don't get me wrong. My dad hated it because he's an old school,
Yeah.
He is what he is, and it's fine, whatever. He not grew up, but he was in the time where it was Jackson 5.
Yeah, so
So it's a
Solo's
different
like,
era,
I'm good,
A different era for Michael Jackson.
See,
for
man,
him.
I celebrate his whole catalog.
Yeah.
Deep cuts and all. I love Michael.
Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry.
But sure, a lot of 80s Metallica, obviously
course.
Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, all the way into Injustice,
Yep.
which that's
And
one of my favorite.
The Black Album, was that 90 or 91?
91.
Okay. That's
I
close
believe it's
enough.
91.
No, I think you're right. Because I was always confused of which one it was. I knew it was one of those.
It was one of those weird years, and when that dropped, there was there's a meme about it
I've
with
seen it.
all the other great albums that came out that year, and how hard Metallica fucked everybody because of the Black Album.
That was 96 for hip hop.
Yeah.
We had the debut, or 98 for hip hop. We had the debut of DMX.
Ooh.
We had the debut of the Lox.
Yeah.
There was so many artists that had come out for the first time. And there was a lot of albums that were released that are considered classics to that day, that year. So yeah, it's that's a good segue to our
first segment.
So what is? This is just going to be me and you, basically, probably saying the same answer.
Yes.
But for you guys, please again comment. Jermaine, thank you. You've been commenting and stuff, and no, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's great. Please keep doing it.
It's awesome.
But
Dun, 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 dun.
sorry. But yeah. So I'll let you lead it off. What's the best decade to be a kid and why?
Oh, and why? Good caveat. Listen, I was born in 1983, so I'm going to say anytime after that, well, more like 88. 88 to probably 97-ish for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't really remember, stuff from before that. I started kindergarten in 1988. And so 80s and 90s for me, kind of born in the 80s, grew up
Raised
in the 90s.
They melt together.
Yes, for us. And we're one of those generations, I don't consider myself a millennial. I'm a zennial.
Yeah, I am too.
And because I remember what it was like in the before times in the long, long ago. Actually going outside and playing with our friends and drinking from the hose.
Yeah.
And when summer vacation hit, it was like, poof, go outside, don't come back till the street light comes on. So those memes are all correct about you better get your ass in this house when the street light comes on or I'm going to kill you.
And like a lot of kids nowadays, they have phones, so they don't know, but I had to check in if I was going far. So I either had to call or I had to come back home to make sure I was alive. But other than that, man, we were left to our own free will.
We were. And that's what was awesome. We were like feral creatures, basically.
Yeah. That adds up to mine because I'm about 3 years older than you.
Yeah.
So I went 86 to 96. Okay. Again, as far as music, it would be a little different. We kind of talked about that a little bit before we came on, and just as a kid in the overall experience, 86 to 96, we had the best toys, best movies, best music had come out at that point. I know every generation says that. The problem I have with that is that they're all wrong. I'll
agree with you.
I don't care. There's nothing you can tell me that would tell me, like, I seen a podcast where these guys were like, yeah, there's never, it was the Cobra Kai podcast that I was listening to a while back. They said, oh, there was nothing better than 80s music. And I go, yeah, 90s music. And don't get me wrong, 80s music was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people talk about pop music, and I think the 80s was when it really started to meld.
Yes.
And as much as I complain about it, I like it, though, because it gave, there's no, like, I like not going, like, progressive rock, like we talked about in the Bull session.
Yeah.
Like, do things outside of the box. That's what makes it art. Like, don't follow what what they say you have to follow.
I think that's what was interesting about the 80s when you start talking and delving into pop music. Not to turn this into any kind of a music episode or anything like that, this is just part of the segment, but you did have a lot of the same 80s sound through multiple hits and years.
Yes.
And that's fine, but it was all different and growing. And then you hit the 90s, and that sound kind of faded away, and you got more alternative stuff.
Yes.
So where you were kind of, in the 80s, it was very synth pop based, very keyboardy, synthy, and then you get into alternative and you're more into
riffs and
actual
real,
guitars.
Dirty guitar. Yeah.
Well, and the birth of grunge.
Well, and just to piggyback real quick, hip hop was the same thing because you went from a hip hop, a hip it to the hip, to California Love and fucking My Name Is by Eminem. So it was a bigger evolution. Like even than now, the evolutions aren't like it was. Like if you go 50s to 60s, 60s to 70s, 70s, the 80s to the 90s, and I think that goes because we're the technological age that technology had jumped so quickly that it changed so rapidly and fast that we just started to see, because again, formulas were a thing. It was like it worked.
Right.
You didn't see a lot of underground artists. I mean, really, if you really want to think about it, I'm sure there was ones, but the first that really made a name for themselves, and even though I'm not the biggest fan, was ICP. They were trying to get signed to Disney. Actually signed them and then dropped them when they figured out what they were.
But see, that's the thing. You really don't care for them. I find the funniness in it. I love it. Some of it's kind of cringe. Don't get me wrong.
It's not even that, because there's things that I listen to in hip hop, and one day I'll let you hear it, and you'll see that's almost worse than anything they've said.
Okay.
What I don't like about it is that I'm not going to call them, because I'm going to get ripped for this, and you don't want the juggalos coming after you.
Negative. Well, you, not me.
Yeah, they're well, and I'm acknowledging they're talented. And the Great Malenko,
it's fantastic.
It's an amazing album, and the guys are talented. Yeah. It's just not.
It's not your cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea.
Sure,
and
nothing wrong with that at all.
It just, for me, it's one of those. It's like, I don't know how to explain this without sounding like an asshole.
An asshole.
It reminds me of like teenage, early 20s.
Okay.
Type.
Sure.
Like fun and stuff like that. And I'm a lot more mellow now. Because I did listen to him back then. Like, I mean, I won't act like I didn't. But I just, I don't know. I guess I grew out of them. But there's a massive amounts of artists that I grew out of that I was a
same
mad
here.
fan
Same
of,
here. Again, I like those guys. And
But
I actually follow Violent J on TikTok because he's got one. And
yeah,
but it's cool. Like I said, I liked them not as much as the Juggalos do, and
Yeah.
that's fine, dude. It's great that you have that.
oh yeah, I think it's amazing, and shout out to you guys
Yeah.
for keeping them alive.
yeah.
Like, dude, you Juggalos. Like, I ain't got
Amazing.
nothing to say about you guys. You guys are loyal to
Yeah,
a
and
T.
that's tough to find.
Yes,
it's
it is
super tough to find.
They don't never like a lot of fan bases will turn on them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not making the same music you used to make, and it's like, well, you don't want to
You got to grow.
like. And I say this all the time. If you want to listen to a specific sound from your favorite band, then go back to that album.
Yeah,
Like, you can't expect them to keep creating the same
Right.
album. It's not going to work. But back to I mean, in the 80s, early 90s, like you had alluded to, we all we had to do was check in. You had to have your ass at
Yeah.
least in eyesight distance if the street lights came
Right.
on.
yelling, "I'm coming home!
Yeah.
Don't beat me!"
It's all the memes you guys see. We
Yep.
lived it. Drinking out the hose, like
Yep, we did.
get out of my house. You're not staying in the house all
No.
day, and stuff like that. But
It's literally why I love the Goonies so much, because that was
that's
summer vacation.
what we did.
Yeah.
We did that, except we went on fake adventures where they
Right.
got to go on a real. I mean, we went on adventures, but we would make shit up.
Yeah,
like
of
I can't
course.
tell you how many times. Like, I mean, it's right over here on what is it, Pioneer, that cemetery that's there. There was all kinds of
Yeah,
stories and theories of shit
Right.
that was there.
who's there?
And we would go try to, explore that. And then there
Yep.
was Cadillac Hill and
Downtown, yeah.
there's so many different Crybaby Bridge.
Yeah,
I mean,
I remember Crybaby Bridge.
For you
too.
guys that are from, there used to be, I don't think you can hear it anymore, but for years, apparently, they said at certain times of the night at this bridge, it sounded like a baby was crying in the distance. I only went there once,
Supernatural.
and I didn't experience it, but I knew a lot of people that swore up and down that was real.
Yeah,
so
I
don't
don't. I don't subscribe to the Ghost podcast. Sorry.
know. Here's my thing. I find it hard to believe that everybody in the history of time has been wrong about it.
yeah,
But I also think, like everything else, it becomes a fad and something cool to
Right.
do. I don't know if there's ghosts. I know I've had experiences as a child, and I know I've had experiences as an adult that I can't explain, but that's
Yeah.
what I leave them as
Right.
I can't explain them.
unexplainable.
So, but obviously we're not doing transition work today, so we'll go into our next topic.
Ooh, no transition work. God damn it.
No, not today.
We always do a
Okay,
good job.
so what are some things or something that you feel everyone should experience at least once in their lifetime?
Oh, you're throwing it to me to lead this off?
I mean,
All
why
right.
not, man?
All
I
right.
mean, and it can be experiences, vacations.
Yeah.
It can be a sporting event. It can be getting married, having whatever,
Yeah.
whatever you want it to be. But what's something that you've done or accomplished, and you go, I feel like everybody at some point should do this.
Yeah, and you've experienced this as well. In fact, anybody that's become a parent has. The birth of your first child. I feel like everybody should experience that, because you don't understand what true love really truly is until you have your first child. You can love your wife or your husband all you want, but it's a different kind of love for your children.
In my experience, everybody I've ever known to have kids say the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but just that moment, like, they're pregnant,
Yes.
you know it, but the moment they're born and you hold them, everything changes.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, like, it's going to change, and in your
Yeah.
mind you think it's changing,
But you don't understand
until
how.
you hold it,
Right.
and then everything goes, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm responsible.
Yeah, now, so
Real life.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
However, there are people that are dead set in not wanting kids, and I think that's a good thing if you're not built to be a parent. Or being self-aware enough to go, I don't think I would be good at that
Yeah.
because I don't have the patience. That's okay.
Right.
And I think it's good that there are people that can admit
Yeah.
that and hold to it. So
And there are those ones out there. In fact, I have a friend. I'm not going to name any names, but the wife can't have children, unfortunately, and they've tried. And I feel bad because I think they would be great parents. They're awesome dog parents. Love you guys, by the way. And that makes me sad.
well, and the caveat to that is we both know people where both parents are pieces of shit,
Yeah.
and shouldn't have
Shouldn't have kids.
children.
But they have like 9, and you're like,
And it's like, okay, and that's kind of, the irony in the world and how that works. And,
yeah,
people got to suffer in not having kids when there's people out here having a ton of kids,
Right.
but don't really want to take care of them. But
or just simply suck at life.
yeah, I mean, what can you do? For me, I actually chose this one outside of myself because I actually hate this thing. But I do understand the appeal of it, especially if you've never experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's snow.
Yeah, yeah. I actually wrote something down a little different. I said an Ohio winter.
Well, that's a good one because when you can experience all four weather or all four seasons
In one day.
in Ohio. But the
Yeah.
snow thing, there was one time like I hate the cold. I hate the snow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan. More so because of the travel aspect of
It
it.
sucks.
But plus, like you can't do anything in it really. I mean, as a kid you can, but as an adult,
No.
outside of shovel, that's all you can do.
You don't. You can't even really
Um,
shovel at a certain
But
age.
there was one time because, I mean, for all you people listening from afar, this was actually one of the more heavier winters we've had in close to a decade as far as temperatures and the amount of snow that we had gotten. It had gotten pretty mild. We'd have
Yeah.
one or two occasions where it would dip a little temperature-wise and we'd have snow for 1 or 2 days.
right.
But this last one, if you remember, we had a couple of those where
Bro,
there's places
yeah.
that got like 18 inches that
Yeah.
one time. So I remember walking out the one time, the wind hadn't been blowing and everything was smooth. You know the look I'm talking about. The
Yes.
trees had it on it. And I had to admit myself, as much as I hate
It's
it, I was like,
pretty.
it's so beautiful.
Yep.
And I do think that everybody should get to witness that at least once in their
Yeah,
life.
I agree with you when it's all nice and smooth like that before it's been trudged on and driven on, and it's like.
And you got to get out the snow blower, the
Yeah.
shovel, and
But it almost feeds the OCD where it's like, ooh, nice.
yeah, it looks like perfect corners.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have a lot of vices, but that's like stuff like that. I'm like, ooh.
That's what I mean. Like, I hate the winter. I absolutely hate the snow.
But I will
But-
tell you this because you already understand where I'm going to go with this, right?
Okay.
When we get that much snow, what normally happens? You trudge it down. Your dogs go outside. They trudge it down, and then inevitably you get another 4 or 5 inches of snow, and then come the beginning of March-ish, end of February, when everything starts to go and melt, what are you left with in your fucking yard?
Nothing but dog do.
Dog shit surprise everywhere.
Yep,
Please don't
everywhere.
mind the landmines.
Yep. Yeah, it's
The bane of my existence every spring.
yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it because it's no longer in solid form. It's somewhere in the middle. It's like soft serve and almost liquid.
It's how I'm trying to think of what it's almost like a hot pocket. Really crunchy on the outside,
Yeah.
but soft and
Yeah.
nasty in the middle.
And I've got 2 big horses that are just,
Right. But yeah. So what's another one from you?
I'm going to go concerts, man.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody should experience, and especially if you have a favorite group, artist, band, orchestra, it doesn't matter. You should experience that once in your life. I've experienced it, luckily, with my favorite band, and I've seen a lot of my favorite bands. But you should definitely get your ass out to a concert.
Yeah, live shows when it comes to music.
Amazing.
I'm a hip hop head, and I've been to some pretty good hip hop shows. But like going to a rock concert, it's just
Something different about
it's just different. I've been to one country show. I've
Yeah.
seen different artists, and there's just seeing music live. It's just
it. It's something different.
it's the moment you walk through the gates, it just feels different. It's just it's
Right.
such an experience.
Yeah.
And we're privileged in the fact that I've seen concerts in different states, in different cities. And I have to say, one of the best venues I've been to is Blossom. It's crazy because like that experience there, it's got a pavilion and lawn, so they can make it affordable for people that want to go see. I'm not saying it's the best. I said it's one of. Like it's just it's an amphitheater, and it's.
I will go with this caveat here. For me, personally, Pavilion is amazing. I know you've probably sat Pavilion a dozen
I sat
times.
there for Wu-Tang, for Breaking Benjamin.
Especially as you get older, you don't want to sit on the ground.
No.
That shit hurts. It's annoying. The bugs and stuff. I'm good.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I just said, fuck yeah, put me on the lawn. I'll be awesome. I'll headbang, mosh pit, whatever. Now that I'm in my 40s, I'll take my little seat, my assigned space, and I'm good.
Yep.
I can headbang from there.
Yep. That way you can get done, sit down, rest, get up, sit down, rest.
Rest the bones.
Hey, dude, it's an exercise.
Yeah. But see, for me, nowadays, I feel, and I don't want to sound like an old fart, but a lot of the stuff I love live, man, that shit bothers me now. Like the bass thumping and just like, not so much my ears, but I'm one of those weird ones that it really affects me when I feel it in my chest.
Yeah.
And it drives my anxiety up through the ceiling. And I'm like, I need to leave or I need to take my medicine and I'm going to fucking ruin this concert for everybody that's with me.
Yeah.
So I try not to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm the same way. Like, it got to the point where when me and Rhiannon were going to shows, we started getting the pavilion just for that same reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you should definitely experience a live show.
Yeah,
like I've been to at least 25 concerts in my day.
Hell yeah.
You know, and
I've probably been close to that.
Yeah. I'll go into my next one. As somebody that's very familiar with this one, unfortunately we work together a lot. But I think everybody should experience failure.
Failure? Oh yeah.
There's you can't appreciate the good things and the successes in life without failure.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
It's that, you can't experience joy without pain. You can't experience sunshine without rain.
Right.
Failure has been my biggest teacher, obviously, in my life.
Yep.
My dad was good at teaching you got to be a man, you got to do that stuff. Like, he could do that.
Yeah.
But he never taught me how to deal with failure, so I had to figure that out on my own. But I can tell you this, when I've succeeded the most in my life, I can directly look that right before that something went terribly wrong.
Yeah. Same.
So, not to get a little preachy and philosophical, but I think failure is one of our biggest teachers, and I don't think, and again, don't dwell on it, but use that. It's like, I've used this before, but in National Treasure, Nicolas Cage, he makes a comment that Thomas Edison, when asked why he failed at making a light bulb, he said, I didn't fail. I found 2,000 ways how not to make a light bulb.
Right, yeah.
And that's the best attitude to have. It's like,
I agree.
Okay, I failed. Then, like, I would tell
how can I fix it?
Well, Ty would come to me, he'd be like, man, I can't beat this boss on this game. And I'm like, are you trying the same thing? He goes, yeah. I said, then try something different. I said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I said, try something different. If that's not working, then try something else. I said, and if that doesn't work, then you try something else until guess what? And he goes, what? I said, you beat him. Yep. Guess what? Half hour, maybe even the next day.
Got it.
Papa, I beat it.
Nice.
I told you, man. I said, you just got to learn. And that's it. I said, failing only shows you what not to do in the future.
Exactly.
And that's your biggest teacher. So, want to do one more and then we'll move into our next segment?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to go with a good vacation.
I agree. I agree.
I love a good vacation. In fact, we just did an episode about it here a little bit ago.
Yes, we did.
And in the same vein of that, just getting a nice reset and getting away from home, work, life, dogs, just to get a break,
Yeah, it's something that like that switch hits and you turn off regular life, and and again we talked about it in the other episode, but as parents vacationing, it can be stressful and all that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
again, it's still away from regular life,
Right.
and you have your little moments, because the dad and the mom are usually orchestrating it, and they get little time to enjoy, parts of the vacation. So when they do, it's good. But I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. Everybody should experience it at least once.
Yep.
Maybe every year if you got the money.
Yeah. I guess for my last one, going on that same token, I think everybody should go to Disney.
Disney World.
Yeah, everybody needs to go to Disney World or Disney. I prefer Disney World over Disneyland from everything. I've never been to Disneyland,
right?
But I've heard World is better.
Yeah, me too. And I've been to Disney.
I have too. So. But yeah, I just think, Disney has so much now that it's got something for everybody.
Yeah.
It truly does, and it's just an experience like you'll never see. It's literally its own city basically. So
yeah, big time.
But yeah, I think I would go just to piggyback on what you said.
Yeah, and I would love to go now. I mean, I went when I was a teenager. So that was the mid 90s when I went. A lot has changed in 30. Oh my god, it's like 30 years almost. I would love to go see like Galaxy's Edge and everything like that. Being a Star Wars dork.
Hey man, we talked about a bro trip.
I know that would be fun.
We might have to address that later.
I would have to get clearance from the boss.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we can work something out.
I'm sure.
But all right, we'll go into our next question. So this is a good one. I like this one.
I liked it too.
If we won $100 million today, right now, what would you do?
Well, I'm sure some of our answers are going to be pretty similar. So I'll start with the obvious. I'm 43 years old. I'm fucking retiring.
That's number one on my list, bro.
Right?
I wrote that bitch with an exclamation point.
Yep. That would be my number one.
I love my job enough that I would
give him a notice.
I would give him a decent amount. Too.
Yeah.
I don't hate my job.
Yeah.
I would say though, like, hey, can I work from home though for the rest of the time? But, yeah, I mean, I agree, but yeah, I mean, and especially with you, with your anxiety, with your sciatica and stuff like that, people don't understand like the retiring, man. There's a lot of freedom in that. There's a lot of scariness to it. But if you win $100 million,
fuck, who cares?
that shit's out the window.
Yeah,
so,
who cares?
But yeah, I mean, I got the first one. Same.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I ain't working another fucking day. We would do this.
Oh,
we would buy.
I'm telling you right now.
I want to wait.
Yeah.
Because I don't have it on here because I kept it in my head.
Yeah.
But, I'll just go on that real quick. I got to take care of everybody.
Yeah.
If I were to hit that right now, Bob, I got to take care of you.
Yep.
I got to take care of Jermaine and his family.
Yep.
I got to get Vonnie set up. And, obviously I'd put back enough that no matter what Ty wanted to do, he'd have something to fall back on. But yeah, I mean, that's just a goal of mine. I mean, I always hated the fact that that was important to me even when I was young.
Right.
I said if I had a lot of money, I'd want to take care of people. And somehow a lot of money never found it my way.
Yeah, me neither.
And yet I would do good things with it, probably because I would do the dumb shit I'm going to talk about next with it, because I had to bring up dumb shit.
Oh, of course.
But what's something else you would do with it?
And me and my wife have talked hypothetically, of course, about it for a long time. I would buy land, and I'm not talking like 2 or 3 acres, 4 or 5 acres.
Oh, you're talking like 50, 60 to 100 acres.
50 to 100 minimum.
Yeah.
And I'm talking something that like... It would literally be like the Nickelback song, Rockstar, and it would be like a bathroom I can play baseball in. Yeah, I'm building a house too.
Oh yeah, and we can get into that in a minute. I had an idea for that.
My ridiculousness side would be that.
After retirement and taking care of everything, the first thing I'm doing is I'm securing us a top-notch studio. We're putting all the best equipment in that shit, and we're starting our own business.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit it. We'll be a communications where we can help other people start a podcast.
Yep.
We can get content creators and put them out there. We'll get them, but that's definitely something I would want to do. But,
Oh, yeah.
to go to I'd buy a lot of weapons, and I don't mean guns. I'm like finding somebody to make me a life-size actual replica of the Sword of Omens.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for people that can like these dudes that are making like real lightsabers out of
Indulgence.
Oh, dude, I'm buying all that shit. Now we're getting into the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting fucking He-Man's sword. Like I'm having to make Conan the Barbarian. I want that.
Yeah.
Like, I want all
That'd
that
be cool.
shit. But yeah, that would be one of the mindless self-indulgence. Good band.
Good band.
That I would partake in. But what about you? I already know you. I mean, we've been friends long enough. I know you got some good shit tucked under the belt there.
I'm going to be in agreement with you on most of that. My biggest thing is after I would retire, is I'm buying a stupid big RV, and you're not going to hear from me for about a month and a half. And I'm just going to go travel the United States and do what I want to do.
I've always wanted to do that too.
Yep. And just get the hell out of here I mean straight. I'm going to live in my RV with the family. We're going to hit all the touristy hotspots and have fun just to get away from here for a while. Kind of goes with, a good vacation. But some of the stupid shit I would do, honestly, if I had that, I really think after building my house, it would be big enough. My basement, I'm going to have a couple bowling lanes down there.
Oh, that's amazing.
A theater.
LeBron had bowling. He loves bowling. He's had one in his house. Oh, dude, I'd have a theater and a gaming room that was separate.
Yes.
Bro, I mean, I would, it would be, and then I would have an actual, like, gigantic room built for just my dogs.
Yeah.
They have everything they need in there. They get fed in there. I'd have like a little like how a lot of pet stores now will wash your dogs for you. I'd have one of those little
like
stations.
A grooming station.
I'd have everything in that bitch for them.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, and my collection, which we've done a couple episodes, would be
massive,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Ty got more money for his birthday, and since it's just been me, him, and Sunny, and Sunny's not really a social person. She only really goes out when she has to.
Yeah.
So, me and Ty decided to go out. He got some money from his grandpa.
Awesome.
And we went to like a GameStop, wanted to see if there's a game there, and then we went to the Exchange. And then down by you, on Tusk, there's a card and collectible store.
Oh yeah.
So we went in there to see that. Unfortunately, nothing appealed to him because it's more towards us.
Yeah.
But I was in there like I could spend a lot of fucking money in here, and what better way to do it than winning $100 million?
Yeah. I would have to buy guitars too. I need more guitars in my life. That would be my vice. I had this conversation with my brother-in-law. They like guns, which is fine. That's some people's things. And I would always tell him where you would dump money into a weapon like that. I want a guitar.
Yeah.
And that would be my thing. I would have to have... I wouldn't even have to do anything as far as looking for a studio. I'm just going to build one in my house.
Right. That's what I'm saying with the $100 million.
Yeah. And then I'm going to invest what I can, too.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely
I'm going to be smart about it.
Make your money work for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my splurges. Don't get me wrong, but there's gonna be investments made to where I can live into retirement and not be broke.
The definition of wealth and financial freedom is as long as your children do better than you do, you're building a legacy,
right?
And that's all I'm trying to do. Like I'm doing better than my parents were at my age.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean. As long as now Ty and Sonny and and your kids, hopefully they all can strive and build a better life than we were able to build. But on that, we're gonna get into the last two, which are funny questions, and I love both of them. But the dumbest ways we've hurt ourselves. I mean, we could have done a whole episode on this, but I only mentioned 3 of them, and one of them I'm if I know my buddy, I think he's gonna mention. But I'm gonna. You want
me to go?
I'll go if you want.
Go. No,
I'll tell a quick story. You can see the scar here.
The scar.
I'll put it up here. See if you guys can see it. In 08, 09, I was working at Wings, and I was training a guy, and it was a Saturday morning. And I opened, and we had Philly cheesesteaks, and the way we would get them is they would come in frozen, but they were like pucks. And sometimes they would be frozen together. And I did the pop a little bit to try to break them loose, and I just could not get them loose. So I went to put a knife in, and rather than have it on something, I had it held like this and was trying to seperate them, and it released them.
Yeah, right into your hand, right?
Well, I was actually holding it like this. And when I did it, sorry, I got away from the mic. I saw the tip come out the other side. Not come out, not like it didn't
pushed
poke
your
the
skin up.
but it pushed the skin up. And I was like, that's not good. So I told my boss, and I wrapped a towel around a real kid. And mind you, this new kid that started was 19. It's his first day. Traumatic. Let me just say this. He didn't come back. But I told my boss and whatnot, and I had a towel around me. She goes, "What'd you do?" And I said, "I put a knife through my hand." She was like, "Let me see it." I was like, "Well, I'm trying to keep it." She's like, "I got to see how bad it is."
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and she's like, "Yeah, you're going to need stitches."
Oh, yeah. They probably just super glue it now.
The thing is in between here went numb immediately.
Oh, so you got a nerve.
And the problem is I still can't feel anything in here.
Yeah.
And I remember going to my primary, and she was like, at the time, she was like, nerves are funny. She was like, you may get it back.
Yep, you might
It
not.
may take a month. It could take a year. It could take 10 years, or you may never
Yeah.
get that feeling back. And so far,
Never.
it's been almost 20 years now.
Shit.
And like, even when I tap it, I can feel my whole hand tingle.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Nerves are fun.
Yeah. But what's one of the dumbest ways you've hurt yourself?
I'm going to go with the Stitches story as well.
Uh-oh.
And this happened when I was about 15. I was a freshman in high school. Me and my sister were being siblings. And she said something. I said something. She ran out the house. I followed after her. And she slammed the screen door behind her. And I went to stick my hands out to stop it. And my hand went right through the plexiglass. Plexiglass.
Holy shit.
Needless to say, I was lucky I had my watch on at the time. Obviously not this one, but I had a watch on. I ended up getting, well, you can't see it really anymore, but...
I see it. Yeah. I can see it, yeah.
I ended up getting like 4 stitches in my wrist as I had like shit hanging out of my wrist.
Damn, that got you.
It got me good, and I was lucky. In fact, the doctor said, you were lucky that you had your watch on.
Yeah.
Because you probably would have slit your wrist, and it would have been a different situation.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I thought that was pretty dumb. But the shit you do as a kid is like...
Yeah.
It pales in comparison sometimes.
That's okay. I'll piggyback on that. I'm sitting in 6th grade class at Goodyear Middle School, and I had a desk right next to the wall, like it was up against the wall, and there was a light socket.
Oh, no.
And I had a paper clip.
Oh, no.
And I had to see if it was true.
No.
No, I did. Yeah, I never did it again after that.
You got zapped.
It'll get you guys. Let me tell you. They're not lying when they say
110 is...
Well, and I'm aware that's a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, you got to be dumb. But it was one of those where when you're a kid, it doesn't matter how many people tell you something. You're like, are they telling? I mean, because if you really think about it, a lot of the shit our parents told us were lies. They told us that you would get a ticket if you left your dome light on. That's never been a law.
Huh.
U-turns are not illegal anywhere unless there's a sign. If there's no sign, it's not illegal. Like, there's just a lot of shit that we've been told.
Right.
That, you know, so it's like, I mean, I didn't know that then, but now looking back, I don't feel like I was a complete idiot. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe it won't shock me, you know what I mean?
No, it shocked the fuck out of you,
Oh,
didn't it?
my God. In the middle of class. I'm in school. And of course, I'm in 6th grade, so I'm aware that I'm an idiot. So I'm like, well, I'm not telling anybody I just did this shit.
I just got partially electrocuted.
Yeah,
'cause I'm a
fucking
dumbass.
idiot. And yeah, I don't, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
actually.
dude, I'm an idiot. I've never claimed to be I mean, I've always claimed that I consider myself a smart person, but I've never made the smartest decision sometimes. So.
Yeah.
But
It happens.
What about, you got any more for us?
I got a few, actually.
All right, good.
Some of the dumb things. And this is as I've gotten older, but man, just getting out of bed. Just getting out of bed.
Yeah.
They don't give you that in the manual when you're younger.
That kind of goes into my next one because I said just stretching.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many
yeah.
Charlie horses and knots and like pulled muscles I've gotten from stretching.
Thus the crunchy part of the day.
Yes. Like, I'll go into I don't think I've told the story about how I busted my head open when I went to Disney. I don't think I told that on any of the episodes.
No, I know it.
It is a dumb story, but it's nobody was being dumb.
Right.
Like, I did get hurt dumbly. Is that a word?
Dumbly?
Well, it is now. So
I guess.
the first time we went to Disney, Ty was little, and it was the middle of the trip. And we always take a day in between to just kind of lounge. Like,
Yeah,
no
rest and relax,
schedule,
recoup.
not try to, yeah. And we were at the pool, and Ty's wanting to run around, and, you know, you're not supposed to run at pools.
Yeah,
You will slip.
right.
So he's running around, and I'm trying to catch him, so he thinks it's a game. And I'm like,
He's
boy,
little.
get back here. I said, you're going to slip and fall. And then what do I do?
No sooner than you said it.
Literally, I slip and fall, and I hit the back of my head on this concrete.
Oh,
And I immediately like bounced back up. I was fine. Like,
Yeah.
the initial hit hurt. But then no pain, no headache. I was good.
it's because it went numb.
It had to have. And then Sunny at the time, she comes up to me and she goes, I think you're bleeding. And I went like this.
Oh,
and I
no.
went like this,
Like
covered. in
covered.
blood.
Oh shit.
And Rhiannon comes over, and at the time, she was still working. Well, she was helping take care of her mom, but she had graduated with medical, a medical
Yeah,
degree.
yeah.
So, but they had some people come out. They called an ambulance, and I had to get 14 staples.
Holy shit.
I do still have the picture somewhere. I'll try to find it
Find
and
them.
throw it up.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Ouch.
chasing my son, telling him to stop running. I started running to chase
You're the
him,
one that
and what
slips.
happened? I slipped
You
and
fucked
fell.
yourself up.
I will say this. Maybe I did bring this up. I don't think I did, but and obviously it was to not get sued, but Disney tried to give us everything.
Yeah,
They were going to give us extra days.
Tried to.
Oh, they hooked us up. And I tried to
That's
tell
awesome,
them, I'm
though.
like, I'm a human. This was no fault of yours.
Yeah.
It was my son being a kid and me chasing him because I didn't want him to fall.
Right.
So,
But they
but
they were
it's-
willing to
oh no, they
Yeah.
took care of us. They
That's
paid
awesome.
they paid for the entire medical bill.
Wow.
They gave us all kinds of extra. They gave us fast passes for absolutely anything we wanted to ride.
Jesus.
They were going to give us 2 extra days, all this other shit.
Yeah.
And I had to catch a cab back because we didn't drive.
Yeah, you flew.
the first time we flew. So I had to catch a cab.
They reimbursed you for the cab.
Dude, and then some.
Damn.
Like, dude, they hooked it up. They gave us extra food and snack credits to where
That's awesome.
we had enough snacks to take home with us on the plane.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
No,
that
it
they
was.
did
It
that.
was. They and obviously I knew they didn't want to get sued, but I kept telling, and they were calling me every day because we still had
Yeah.
2 or 3 days left on the trip.
How you doing? You feeling okay?
Yeah, they're like,
Doing
"Are you good? Do you need
Anything-
anything else
Yep.
from us?" And I'm like,
Nice.
"Nah, man, I'm good. You don't have to keep calling." It's
Yeah,
cool."
thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah, you've really made this amazing. Seriously,
Yeah.
like I said, all the fast passes, the extra food,
Fuck yeah.
they
man.
did all kinds of shit. So, but yeah, but and what else you got?
This is how I can tell the weather
Oh,
when the
yeah.
weather changes.
Yeah.
Kind of stupid how it happened, but 17 playing in a church softball scrimmage. Playing out of position because of my coach at the time, God rest his soul. Love the man. He's the one that performed my wedding ceremony.
Yep, your old
Just lost him
pastor.
this year. Yeah. But I was playing shortstop as a left-handed person.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, so here's where the stupid part comes in. My competitive nature at the time at 17 years old, ground ball fielded at shortstop, and I decided, well, I'm going to turn a double play. And I came across the bag, and my spike said, no, the fuck, you're not turning a double play. And my knee sounded like a transformer. It went, and I went, fell flat on my face, and probably invented a couple new curse words in front of church people.
Ooh, I bet that hurt.
I ended up tearing my meniscus,
Ooh.
and I mostly tore my ACL. It was hanging on by about a millimeter. So, unfortunately, at that point in time, in the late 90s, early 2000s when that happened, they didn't want to do surgery on a 17-year-old kid.
No, they didn't do that very often back
Because
then.
it wasn't a complete tear. So, I had to live my life for about 4-5 months in a knee immobilizer from my hip to my ankle on crutches. And yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, because you wanted to be Ricky Henderson.
Something. Omar.
Yeah. I know Ricky wasn't
He's an
a
outfielder.
shortstop, but I couldn't think of a
I
shortstop
just-
off the top of my head.
When it happened, I couldn't believe it happened. And my dad's like, just get up. And I'm like, I don't think I can pour any Robitussin on this, Dad.
Yeah, this ain't that kind of fix, bro.
No. When I heard the transformer pop, 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 I'm
Yeah,
like,
that'll
that's
do it.
toast. I'm like, that'll never be the same. So now I can tell the weather and limp.
Yeah, I mean, I can do the same, but I never, thankfully, that I know of, tore or did anything in my knees. But
Yeah.
just the constant being heavy and playing sports and all
Wore it
that
down.
really kind of wore my knees down. So again, I feel the same way. But you got any more? I don't really have any.
I do
Go
have
ahead,
one
go ahead,
more.
give us one more.
I
and
do
then
have one more.
we'll,
It wasn't but a couple months after we bought our house and moved in, I was taking the trash out. And I don't know, you might remember the way the back of my house was set up before I changed everything and built a deck. We used to have the ramp off the back
I remember
porch,
the ramp.
and then the other side up against the house, there was a couple steps.
That's right.
So I was coming down the steps to take the trash out to the trash can because we put the trash can in a different spot at the time, where the deck is now. And didn't realize that the one board was fucking rotten. And my foot went completely through the board, scratched the inside of my ankle up. Luckily, I had socks on because it was October. Slippers and socks. And I said, well, that sucks. Went inside after putting the trash in the trash can, called the old man. I said, hey, come over tomorrow. We got a set of steps to build. Replace the steps. Which subsequently they got moved over when the ramp collapsed because shit happens.
Right.
And then they went completely away because now I built a deck. So now my back porch goes onto my back deck. But yeah, I almost died.
That's crazy. But I mean,
rotten wood.
that's the kind of crap that happens with that.
Yeah.
But
That's the thing they don't tell you about when you become a homeowner and you're responsible for all of that shit.
everything.
And it's like, well, I'm glad I have a little bit of a background in being able to fix stuff and being handy.
Right.
My wife kind of enjoys that because it's like, hey, baby, can you fix this? I'm like, sure.
So this last one ought to be fun.
Okay.
If animals had jobs,
I didn't even write it down.
we can go off the top of the dome because I
Yeah.
didn't even really write a little either, so it should be funnier. I'll go first. My first one, I'm gonna say sloths for the military. Hear me out. So there's snipers and stuff like that, and there's been many a times where they had to, like, there's been stories where snipers have had to crawl miles in ghillie suits, and sloths would be perfect for that. They can sit there and not move for a long time.
Right.
You give a sloth a sniper rifle, that's your best bet.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why that popped in my head, but that's the way I was going about it. I'm like,
That's
don't overthink
funny.
it, just say
Yeah,
it.
just say it. Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like they would be excellent snipers.
Excellent snipers. I think a lion or a tiger would be probably a great butcher.
Ooh, yeah, because then they would.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they don't need tools. They got teeth and
Teeth
claws.
and claws, yeah.
That's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
That's where I was going with that.
I always thought that an elephant could be a portable shower.
With the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's just say you have a long hike. You take them with you.
Well,
I'm out of water.
yeah, I got
I'm
you.
good.
Hold on.
Yeah.
See, in that vein, then a hippo would be a great fertilizer spreader.
Well,
You ever seen the tail with-
tail spinning? Yeah, that's a built-in.
Yeah, built in.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
You just feed it, you're good to go.
I did write this one down, but dogs would be good bouncers.
Good bouncers.
Yeah, once you're inside, you're cool. But if you're on the outside, you're getting all this shit. You're getting barked. You might get bit. You might get scratched. I ain't dealing with you. Are you cool enough to come in here?
Yeah.
That was kind of where and I could see him like sitting out there, gold chain, toothpick in his mouth.
Cigar.
Yeah, you're not getting in here tonight, bud.
Yeah, you're not cool enough.
Right. Any more off the top of your head you can think of?
No.
Yeah, I'm.
It was funny though.
Yeah,
It was
it
funny.
was a fun one to think about. You could turn birds into drones.
Yeah.
Just put cameras on.
Just
them.
like carrier pigeons
yeah,
back in the
carrier
day.
pigeons.
Or falcons, like
yeah,
the carrier
falcon. Yeah.
Those are cool.
All right. I guess on that note, it goes to my favorite.
Oh, we're gonna get to the dad joke part.
Can I get some more of your dad jokes?
Dad jokes.
So what do we got this week?
Man, this one made me like chuckle out loud. I'm glad nobody was home last night when I was.
I'm anxious. I love this part.
It is funny. All right. How is my wallet like an onion?
I don't know.
Every time I open it, I cry.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
Right.
And on that note, we'll see you next week. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute here to talk about mental health awareness. It's something that me and my wonderful co-host Bob also suffer from. I seek therapy. We both have medications, and I just want everybody to know that if you're listening to this and you hear this, that there are people that care. There are other people like you, and don't hold that stuff in. Talk to somebody, let it out, because suicide is never the answer. If you're starting to feel some type of way, you think you're going to hurt yourself, or you don't feel like you have a support group, guys, please call or dial 988. It's the hotline for help. And if you're a veteran, which, mind you, 22 veterans commit suicide a day, guys. I mean, it's just not a good thing. If you're a veteran and you're struggling, please reach out. There are a lot of us that appreciate what you've done for us, and you need to know that there's help for you too. So if you're a veteran, dial or call 988 and press 1, and that helps veterans. And remember, you're not alone.